In this film, a strange thing is that people do not talk to each other because whoever makes a noise, a terrifying devil kills him. But who is this devil and why is all this happening? We will see all this in this story. So this movie starts by showing the world after a destruction, where some people are left alive. In the jungle, we see a girl named Azrael who is breaking the flowers of a plant. A strange voice suddenly echoes in the silence of the jungle, which makes it scary. At the same time, Azrael saw his friend, who was sitting on fire. Azrael immediately extinguishes the fire and signals him to stay quiet. Because in this jungle, every small voice is a signal of death. Because the devil here can hear the voice and go to him and kill that person. These two people sit quietly and spend time. Then Azrael gives his friend a flower-made thing that he had made himself. But suddenly they hear a voice again, which alerts them. Both try to hide, but they understand that there is someone else in the jungle besides us. Azrael's friend goes ahead to find out what that voice was. But then he does not come back. It was too late. Azrael realizes that his friend is in trouble, so he runs away from there quickly. She runs a long way, and on the way she meets a man who catches Azrael. At the same time, Azrael realizes that someone has also caught his friend. Both of them are put in different cars and taken far away. Azrael tries to get out of the car, but she does not succeed. Then the cars are separated. Azrael is tied to an unknown place. There were some people there before. There was also a girl whose name was Josephine. She cuts Azrael's foot with a knife and injures him, causing his blood to flow. Now they go a little far and start chanting mantras. Seeing this, Azrael understands that these people are part of a cult, that is, part of a group of magicians. And these people are doing ritual magic and worshiping Satan. Then Azrael sees a Satan there, whose body was as if it was burnt. Seeing him, Azrael tries to get her hands off to save her life, in which she finally succeeds. But before that, she ran away. A boy from the cult comes and catches Azrael and tries to tie him again. But Azrael picks up a stick and puts it in his throat, causing his blood to flow. Then Satan comes here and starts tasting his blood and bites that boy. Azrael runs away to save her life. But the people there find out that Azrael has escaped and one of their men has been killed. Azrael goes a long way to the jungle. She reaches the river, cleanses her wounds, and ties a bandage to the wound on her foot. But then she sees that the same burnt Satan is coming to me. But she does not make a sound. She remains silent, and she goes to the cave nearby to hide. But that Satan finds her and goes there too. Azrael tries her best not to make a sound, so that the Satan does not feel her. The Satan could not find out about her, and he goes away from the cave. After this, Azrael comes out and starts moving ahead on her way. She reaches a small settlement where some people were living away from those Satans. They had tied a fence, barricade, and a cage here so that no one could come inside. Azrael comes in hiding from the fence so that she can find her friend and free him, because her friend was brought here. But then she gets the flower that she had made for her friend. She was here, but her friend was not here. So she realizes that her friend is dead, and she gets very angry seeing this. Then a girl named Josephine comes here. She goes to check on an old woman who was in a very bad condition, and this woman was Josephine's mother. After this, Josephine goes to a church. In the church, many people of the cult are gathered, and all of them were busy worshiping the Satan. As soon as Josephine came in, everyone left. There was also a woman in the church who was Josephine's sister, and she was about to become a mother. Josephine comes and meets her sister, and when her sister finds out that the girl named Azrael has run away from here, she gets very angry. She slaps Josephine on the face and says, "I couldn't do so much for you." Then we see that Azrael is hidden under this place. But then a woman comes and catches her. Then Azrael is not afraid, but she fights with her. And finally she kills that woman. But by then the rest of the people had also found out that a girl named Azrael had come here. So everyone gets alert to catch her, because somehow they want to catch Azrael, and they want to give her to Satan so that she can succeed in her goal. The goal was very dangerous. Now we will find out what it was by going ahead. At the same time, Azrael also finds out that the people are looking for him. She runs away from there to save herself, but her foot gets stuck in the fence. She somehow takes out her foot and runs towards the jungle. She again came out very far in the jungle. It was night, so she got tired and stopped near a stone. But there is also a devil sitting near the stone who is going to attack her. But somehow Azrael saves herself. But she realized that there is not one, but many devils here. She started running away, to save her life, and reaches the road where a man stops his car after seeing her. When he came out, he asked Azrael quietly, "Who are you? And why are you so quiet? Why aren't you talking?" Now Azrael also goes into the car and sits down, and the man takes him out of here. Even in the car, he asks Azrael, "Are you hungry?" Azrael stays quiet because she doesn't want to talk to anyone. Now this man was not from this place. So unknowingly, he puts the music of the car in a loud voice. The voice of the people of the cult also heard. When they go a little far, they come in front and stand up, and they shoot that man. This caused an accident to spoil the balance of the car, and she hits a tree. The man died, but Azrael survives, and she starts running from there. A man catches her. He was not letting her run. He tries to stop her, but she fights him. The man had a gun, which Azrael snatched. She shoots him and moves on. When she comes a long way, she sees her friend who is alive, but her friend had put a cage here so that she can catch the devil. But Azrael's foot gets stuck in that cage, and she hangs upside down from the tree. At the same time, a man from the cult comes there, who wanted to kill them both so that she can give them to the devil. When he moves forward, Azrael catches him and drops him, which injured the man. When his blood flows, the devil comes here smelling him, who first licks his blood, then eats the man. Then he moved towards Azrael's friend. He also tries to eat Azrael by climbing a tree. But Azrael somehow frees herself. But she can't save her friend. The devil eats her. Seeing this, Azrael runs away from there. But she was very sad about her friend's death. Now she decides that she will take revenge from the people of the cult. So she goes back to the place where the people of the cult live. And she makes a noise there, which these people used to make often. Because of this, the people of the cult think that perhaps their companion is in danger, and they all go to the jungle to save him. Taking advantage of this, Azrael entered that place. Then she goes inside the church where Azrael's sister used to live. Azrael had a gun, and she points it at Azrael's sister. But Azrael's sister indicates that she is pregnant, so you can't kill me. But suddenly Azrael's sister attacks Azrael, which injures him a little. Then the people of the cult come and take him with them. As soon as they put him in a coffin, the coffin is buried alive in the soil. Because of this, Azrael was very scared. Azrael thinks that she can't get out of there now. She is badly trapped here. There is no way to get out. But then she saw that where I am tied, there is also a tunnel with her. The problem was that devils live there. Azrael gets even more scared, but still she tries to get out of the tunnel. It was very dark here. She took the lantern and walked ahead, and she finds out that the devils living here have seen me, and they run after her. So she runs back and goes into the coffin. But then a devil comes just above Azrael. He smells her blood, but he doesn't do anything to her. He leaves her because Azrael had the blood of that pregnant sister on his hand. This made the devil think that this is the pregnant woman who is going to give birth to our child, this devil's child. So no devil says anything to Azrael, and this way his life is saved. Then all the cult people come back to their tents. Azrael also comes out of a tent through the tunnel, because the tunnel's way used to come out of a tent from where she came out. Now we see the sister, who was still in the church, and she was cleaning her stomach wounds. But then Josephine came here, who helps her. But then she finds out that there is a fire outside in a tent. The tent in which Josephine's mother was. As soon as she sees this fire spreads to other tents, all the tents burn. Then we find out that this fire is not set by anyone else, but Azrael has set it. Everyone starts trying to put out the fire. When Azrael picks up a gun here and starts shooting people, Azrael's anger had now reached its limit, and she was not ready to stop at any cost. She also shoots Josephine, and she shoots a lot of people and kills them, and she cut off one neck. She goes to the church from here, where Azrael's sister is alone. After coming here, a fight starts between Azrael and his sister. Despite the fact that Azrael's sister is pregnant, she attacks Azrael. She tries to kill Azrael. But then Azrael's sister got sick. That is, it was time for her child to be born. Now Josephine also comes here with a gun because she was not dead. She was saved. She shoots Azrael, but she somehow hides. But now Azrael attacks Josephine, and they start a dangerous fight. Then Azrael picks up a big knife and stabs Josephine in the neck, because of which Josephine dies there. Then Azrael went to his sister. His sister had given birth to her child, but she got more scared. She was afraid of the child. She now picks up a knife and cuts off her throat, because of which she dies there. Azrael went ahead to see the child. She picks up the child in her hands. Now a lot of devils come there. We also see the face of this child, which was not a human child, but it looked like a goat. It had a very terrible form. Now all those devils came in front of Azrael, but they don't say anything to him because they think that this child is their Messiah. And Azrael is the mother of this Messiah, so we can't say anything to him. All the devils are very happy to see this, and they bow down in front of him, which made Azrael realize at this time that how important I am to them, because the Messiah of those devils is in my lap, and they think of him as my child. They think of me as his mother. She is looking at the child very carefully, because she was thinking that somehow, through this child, I have power, which I will now enjoy by ruling these devils, by capturing them, those who wanted to kill Azrael before. Now they will always be his slaves. And with this film also ends here. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.